Go ahead.
Anchors.
Do what you got to do. You know, I don't care. This is you. Josh.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad to have you here. I actually am. It's been so long. I said a long time ago to get Josh on here.
Yeah.
And I finally got you. So, for the people who don't know, who are you?
Well, my name is Joshua. I am a social media influencer, as you can say. Student astrologer and a tarot reader. Yes.
What is an astrologer?
An astrologer is someone who studies astrology. Okay, I really don't use the term, or many people don't use the term astrologist, because I feel like when it comes to astrology, you are always learning. It's not something that you can just learn all in one setting. Like, you are constantly always learning new information about certain signs, certain transits, planets. It's a lot. So it's just somebody that studies the planets and the stars, and yeah.
So, I mean, when I met you years ago, I knew Josh the actor.
Yeah.
So, how did you make the crossover from acting to astrology?
That actually was not supposed to happen. During quarantine, a very beautiful woman who I love so much. Her name is Novi Brown. She's an actress on the BET show Sisters, on Tyler Perry's show. I followed her. Usually when I watch TV shows, I usually follow the actors or actresses after the show, and I followed her. And I know she always used to go live, and I used to ignore it. But then one time I watched her go live, and she was talking about astrology. And I was just like, I've always been into astrology, but I never dove into like the deeper meanings, like birth charts and all that. So really, her and her partner, his name is Burrow, the Lucky Libra on Instagram. Them two are the ones who really got me into studying astrology. And then I just really said, you know what? I'm gonna learn as much as I can from them and from online Google, and I'm gonna just go for it and start teaching people.
You seem like a guru. I mean, you got so much on your Instagram and TikTok. I'm like, he is like and it's like I kind of remember when you first started.
Yeah.
And then like to see the growth, it's like everybody wants to know your information. And like, I can't remember what it was, but I saw one of your posts recently, and you said, I shouldn't be bringing it up, but I don't know, you said something. I'm like, this affects me right now. But the post that you made, it was like some weeks or so ago, and you was like, that job and all that stuff you talking about. I'm like, that's me right now. He knows exactly what he talking about, and that was weeks ago. So back to acting. But before you got into astrology, you were acting, and that's where I knew you from. You was my son in you was my son in a play ages ago. What are you still acting?
I am still acting, in which I am kind of a little disappointed about, because that really was my goal. That is still my goal, to become an actor. And I always say I'm going to manifest it, but I know I'm going to work with Netflix one day. So I always say that to myself, and I'm going to work with Tyler Perry. But I always say that. But acting, I kind of put back on the back burner. Like I said, with this astrology tarot stuff, I didn't realize it was going to be this big. That wasn't it was my goal, but I didn't think I was going to blow up so fast. But it happened within like 6 months. I blew up fast. So I still act. I still have an account with Actors Access, and I be auditioning here and there. It's just I kind of put it on the back burner, but I'm still going to get back.
So if you want an astrologist in a movie, go ahead and call Josh. Or if you just want a person in a movie, go ahead and call Josh. You mentioned just now, you mentioned manifesting.
Yeah.
How important is that, or can that be in a person's life?
Yes, manifesting is very easy. Many people think it's so hard to manifest. It's not. It's just you can manifest in thousands of ways. Okay, you can buy crystals and manifest over that crystal pertaining to whatever that crystal is for, whether it's for health, a job, whatever. You can just speak certain things like, I'm going to work for Netflix one day, or I'm going to work for Netflix by boom, 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 set a certain date. But, when you set a certain date when you manifest, it kind of speed up things, okay? But many people kind of get manifestation confused, like, oh, I'm just going to speak it, or I'm going to just write about it. But you have to actually put in the work. It's not something that you can just say or just write down. You have to actually put in the work and show spirit, like, okay, you actually are working to where you are trying to be, so you can get there. But manifestation is very easy. There's so many ways you can do it. I always tell people just Google, or one of the best times to manifest is around the new moon, because the new moon basically means new intentions, new energy. Don't manifest when it's the new moon. Manifest like the day after the new moon. when it's going into this next phase of the moon.
So basically, you tell them I have to call you and say, should I manifest? I manifest tonight or tomorrow?
Usually, I notice on a lot of calendars that you can buy from the dollar store, they have the moon cycles on there.
Oh yeah, I've always seen that, but I ain't never think to use it. I never knew that it's a certain time that you should manifest. I'm thinking, just do it, and I didn't know. Now
there's not a certain time. You can manifest anytime you want. Yeah. It's just a little more stronger when you're doing that certain time.
Okay.
But you can manifest anytime. You can manifest every day if you want. But it's just at certain times it can be a little more stronger than at other times.
So you're an influencer.
Yes.
There being an influencer, you get a lot of people who really enjoy watching you and who love you.
Yes.
Have you had any like negative comments or people who are just like negative towards the whole astrology thing or towards your videos? Any of that?
Yeah, all the time. People don't believe in astrology, of course. People don't believe in tarot reading and spirituality. It's usually the men, okay? I be having problems with, but I don't pay attention to those comments. I literally just block them. If you look at my block list, it's so long. I just block them, okay? But I try to get a lot of my family members and people on to like astrology and show them what it is. Okay, you don't have to believe, you don't have to want to study it or even learn it from me. That's cool. But I'm just like, expand your mind. Don't be so closed-minded. But I definitely receive a lot of hate on TikTok and Instagram, but I just ignore it. Usually, I don't even have to defend myself anymore. I kind of have people that do that for me, which is crazy. Yeah. Yeah, and I was shocked when I seen it because somebody commented something like, oh, y'all really believe in the stars and stuff? Y'all listening to him? And like when I tell you, all my followers just like ganging up on him.
So you didn't even have to?
No, I don't even have to.
Doesn't that feel good to have people like that got your back, like they gonna handle it?
Yeah, I'm not even worried about it. I was like, oh my God. I'll be seeing the ones that be commenting and DMing me and defending me. I'll be paying attention, so yeah.
Yeah. For people who watch you, they only see the astrology side. Sometimes they see the side where you modeling. Sometimes they see you acting crazy. But what's something that your followers might not know about you?
That this wasn't my original plan for life. Yeah. This was not my original plan. I did not think I didn't even want to be a tarot reader. I just went to Barnes & Noble one day and picked up a tarot deck and learned how to use it. And I started giving free readings, and then it grew from there. I think I started this in November of 2020, last year.
That hasn't even been a whole year.
No. And I gained so much followings. And I remember the day that it blew up, I was going to the gym. And I was just like, usually when I used to post, I used to only get like 5, 10 likes, whatever, 10 views. And then I posted something, which was my animal spirit day. And I went to the gym. And in the gym, my phone don't work. There's like no service. I came out and I just noticed my phone was just like blowing up. And I'm like, what's going on? And then I looked and it was like 30,000 views, 30 likes. And from there, that's where it started. So I think I kind of blew up in like December around there. And it just went from there.
Oh, look, I'm trying to get on your level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you feel that you get more support from people who don't know you or people who know you?
Child. People that don't know me. Because I'll pay attention to the friends who share me too. Like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I don't know if I was talking to my boyfriend like that the other day. I was just like, I noticed the friends who support me and who don't support me. Even if you have to say something to me or even if you have to share my post, I pay attention. But I definitely feel like I always felt like I got more support from other people that I don't even know than people that I know on my everyday basis. Do I take it any type of way? A little, because I feel like I be supporting them. But I mean, it's life. You came into this life alone. You're gonna leave alone. So you just have to keep focusing on you and doing what makes you work. But don't come around when I come popping. Don't.
You already popping.
Don't do all of that.
So, but why do you think it's that way? Like, why don't people support the people they know? Like, why don't they share your stuff? They see you trying to go somewhere. You can say share this all day long. They can see it, they stroll right by it. It costs $0 to share, it costs $0 to like.
At all. I feel like your friends I don't want to say they don't believe in your dream, but I feel like they don't believe in your dream until they see you start popping. And then when they see you start popping, they just come out the blue, oh yeah, I've always knew Josh, or I knew that. But you wasn't with me gaining up to my following. So I think it's just a matter of, yeah, you're my friend and yeah, I support you, but I'm not going to support you in a way to where I'm going to keep promoting you, I'm going to keep sharing you. It's not until I blow up and that's all of a sudden you want to act like you know me and be around me. So I feel like it's just, I don't know, and I feel like the people that don't know you is like, okay, I don't know this individual, but I love his content, I love this, I love that about them. So it's like they constantly want to know more and more. But when it's your friends, I don't know if it's just a comfort thing, like, yeah, we already friends, so I know him, I know her. I don't know. I just think it's a weird cycle. That's why you got to make sure your circle is just always close and small.
Yeah. I just feel like, if you're a friend, a friend is gonna. You don't even have to tell a friend to share it.
Right.
They're gonna do it anyway.
That's it.
You don't have to tell a friend to like it. They're gonna do it anyway. Let me tell you this. I've had a friend in the past. I posted something and they said, I saw your little what you calling, whatever. And I'm just like,
they love doing that.
Yeah, your little. I'm like, why I gotta be little? That's what I'm thinking. And then I'm thinking to myself, well, you saw it, why you didn't like it? You see what I'm saying? It's like, hey, friend.
They do love doing that. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Especially when it comes to my case, how I do tarot reading. They're like, oh, yeah, I see your little thing. Can you come over here and give me a tarot reading? I'll just be like,
it don't work like that.
No, it don't.
But because you have a business, right?
Right.
Tell us about the business.
Like I said, this wasn't even supposed to be a business, and it's so weird because I think I've always said that my whole life. I always wanted to have my own business, but I never knew that doing this was going to turn into a business. Like I said, I was just trying to promote positivity, and so now with this business, I have different services that talk about astrology. You can read your birth chart. Basically, your birth chart makes up everything about you from your beginning of your life to the end of your life. And I also offer tarot reading, love readings, all type of readings. So my business is the website is vibewithjosh.com. And I just teach a bunch of services on there to where you can interact with me and we can get a one-on-one.
Okay. Yeah. I might have to go ahead and check that out. See, I'm the type of person, if I'm your friend, I might not even be really interested. Yeah. I still share it if you are. I still like it if you and I will. Let's say if it's something that costs $20, I say I give you $20, but I don't, put it towards the business.
That's it.
But yeah, it's just so simple.
That's it.
It's so simple, but everybody's not like that.
Yeah, right.
I want to go back to a few years ago. Nicki Minaj paid for your tuition. How did that come about? And just tell me about it.
Oh Lord. That day I was attending Gordon State College, and Nicki, I have Nicki tweets come to my phone because she followed me on Twitter, and that day one of her
hold on, you said she what?
Follows my Twitter.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, yeah, follows my old Twitter. Let's just say that, because my Twitter, I have a new Twitter now.
Okay.
But she does follow my old Twitter. But Nicki, one of her fans asked her, hey, Nicki, you should pay for 1 hour tuition or pay. He asked her a question. And she was like, you know what? I should. You know what? I'm paying for all my fans' tuition who has all A's. So I'm just like, okay, cool. So I'm like, oh my God, I don't have all A's, but I have A's and B's. So I'm just constantly tweeting her, Nicki, I have A's and B's. Nicki, I have A's and B's. And she's not seeing it. And I'm just tweeting and tweeting. I wrote like probably 30 tweets. And I said, you know what? I'm tired of trying. I'm going to tweet one more time. And if she don't see it, that's it. I literally wrote that last tweet, which blew up. And I said, Nicki, I just need this $6,000 for my semester. And I tweeted it and I locked my phone. Literally right when I locked my phone, she wrote back and said, what do you need the $6K for?
What?
And that was like May 6th or May 7th. So I wrote back to her. And even when she wrote back and I wrote back to her, I didn't think she was going to write back, but she did. And she was like, okay, I'll pay it if you have proof. So I was quickly trying to go on my student account, like, here's the $6,000. I call my mom, and when I call my mom and my sister, my mom is the type to be like, don't believe what you see online and all that. I'm like, Mom, this is really Nicki Minaj. No, it's not. The card, I thought she was gonna send it to me on my card. Mm-hmm. The card I had wasn't a real major bank card. It was like a little PayPal card or whatever. Not a PayPal, like one of prepaid cards. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I need one of y'all cards. So my mom wasn't giving me my card, but my sister easily gave me her card. And then that happened on Friday. And then that Sunday, one of her assistants hit me up. And she was like, Nicki Minaj is going to be paying for your tuition on Sunday, so just be prepared. And then I went to the business office, and then I was just like, hey, I just was wondering if somebody paid for my tuition. I didn't want them to know who it was, because I didn't want them to know that it was Nicki Minaj. I didn't want any attention. And then the woman was just like, yeah, she did. And then she was like, come here. She was like, you know Nicki Minaj? And I was just like,
yeah, I do.
Because I didn't know she sent a check to the school and it said her name on it, and I was like, oh Lord. But yeah, that day was a very blessing day. I was so surprised that happened to me. She blessed over like 30 something fans, like with just money paying off their debts, buying them cameras, books. That was a blessing. So
when the check came in, it had her name on it.
It had her name on it. I still have the check. It's somewhere. It says Nicki Minaj. Oh, it says Onika Mirage, and then it says $6,000, and yeah, it was like a little paper check. So yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
And then the fact that I never knew she followed you.
Yeah, she followed me. I'm trying to get her to follow me on Instagram now.
But this is the thing. I see you in a blue check real soon.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Because somebody just DM'd me and she was like, you should verify to go get a request of verification. I was just like, I don't think they're going to give it to you. She was like, just go do it. And I was just like, okay.
Do it. I think you should do it.
I feel like
it. Yeah. So who's your favorite artist? Any favorite artist? I know Nicki Minaj has to be your favorite artist.
Nicki Minaj and Jhené Aiko.
Okay.
I love those two. Nicki Minaj is like when I want to go into my boss, you know what I'm saying? My boss fire energy when I'm looking good. And the Jhené Aiko is when I'm just relaxed, peaceful, trying to meditate, trying to pray, manifest. It's like the good and the bad. It's like I love both of them. Like their energies is just me together. So I hope they do a collab one day. But yeah.
I have a parting question.
Yes.
What makes Josh happy?
Oh Lord. What makes me happy? I love food. Okay. I love honey buns. What makes me happy? That's a real good question. I think what makes me happy is me making other people happy. I think that's why I do what I do now, because I love you posting certain stuff and people are like, oh my God, it's resonated with me. Thank you so much. Oh my God, you helped me with your reading. I think my purpose in this lifetime is to help other people, whether that's making them laugh, whether that's showing them the truth. I think that's my purpose in this lifetime, to express and tell them this is what you need to do, or this is what you do, where you need to go. So I think making other people happy is what makes me happy. And then, I just like being blessed with food.
A box of honey buns.
Yes.
I would be remiss if I didn't ask you anything about Pride. This is Pride Month.
Right.
How do you celebrate it? You haven't celebrated it much this year?
I haven't celebrated it because I feel like it is kind of crazy how Atlanta celebrates theirs in October. But somebody did break down the whole backstory why we celebrate in October. I just celebrated by being me, by just showing support to all my LGBT fellow group community people. One of my best friends, she's a transgender, so definitely I told my boyfriend that I want to go take pictures on the Pride crosswalk downtown Atlanta. But yeah, I just celebrated by being me, by making sure everybody know that at the end of the day, even me being a tarot reader on astrology, I let them know that, hey, you are following a gay male, so if you don't like my content, don't follow me. But a lot of people follow me, and I definitely love when the men follow me, because men kind of don't follow LGBT people or don't believe in astrology. So when I see a lot of support from men, that makes me happy.
Okay.
So yeah.
So that's another thing that make you happy.
Yes.
Okay, before we started recording, I kind of asked you, I said, look at you taking a drink. I said, do you have anything in the works, anything coming up?
Yes. I'm about to start selling astrology candles.
What? Okay.
And spiritual candles. Just saying certain phrases on there, mixed with certain essential oils that are good for certain zodiac signs and certain things good for your body and your senses. And that will be dropping, I want to say in July.
Okay.
On the first week of July. And then I'm going to start selling as well, clothes as well, that has astrology content on there. Starting probably with sweaters and, putting like Taurus or I am a Taurus and just putting little phrases and stuff on there. So I already have my business. I've been starting my business in quarantine. So I'm basically I'm an entrepreneur. Like I realized that I cannot work for nobody no more.
Yes.
So I discovered that during quarantine, like I can't work for that. So I have a job, but I'm already transitioning on getting out. So this business is helping me a lot exit that. So
there's all the shirts and the candles and stuff is going to be on the astrology website, or
No, I have a different website for that. It's going to be on Syjor. So it's SYJIOR.com.
Did you make that up?
Yes.
I like that. I'm like, is that something else?
Yes.
But I like
It's
that.
gonna be on séjour. I made that during because I love the letter S.
Mm-hmm.
I always say when I have kids, my kids are either gonna have the letter S name or the K name. So, so I started with séjour. I wanted something with like a big letter and then another big letter in it. And yeah, so I already have the LLC and everything for it. So I'm gonna just sell it under that brand on a different website, but it's still gonna be connected to my astrology website. So yeah.
Well, anything you want to say to anybody, to your fans, to anything?
Thank y'all so much for supporting me. I see y'all comments, I see y'all DMs. Okay, know that my only page is Jlife20, no underscores, no periods. I know y'all been seeing a lot of fake pages of me. It's not me. Okay, so please do not get scammed out here. Thank y'all for supporting me. I have so much in store for y'all. Definitely, I'm gonna be going to my YouTube channel soon. Don't worry, I know y'all been wanting that. So thank y'all for rocking with me, and we have another journey and much more to go. I love y'all so much.
All right, Josh.
What's up, y'all? Y'all can follow me on Instagram at Jlife20. That is JLIFE20. TikTok Jlife20, and you can also follow me on Twitter with Vibe with Josh too. Okay, make sure y'all subscribe, follow, and like since you're listening YouTube and podcasts.